And this is Brandon with Believe in the Run. We're here at the running event in Austin, Texas, and we're here with Doug Smiley. And yeah, you're here to kind of give us a little bit of rundown on some of the new Under Armour products. What do they look like this year?
Yeah, super exciting for fall winter 23. It's going to be an update to the Flow Velociti Win 2, which we launched in spring summer 22, but it's going to be the Velociti 3. And we've seen some pretty big changes in the Velociti series. So when we launched, it was all about light, snappy, and fast. We still want to deliver that everyday fast to the runner, but just give them a little more cushioning and a little more protection underfoot. So some pretty big changes on the Velociti 3 from the Flow Velociti Win 2. First of all, in the midsole, we still use Flow, but we go from a 55 durometer down to a 50 durometer, just to make it a little more soft, a little more compliant, and just give that runners that really soft feeling they're going without losing any of that speed. On the outsole, we increased the heel and the forefoot gauges just to give you a little more sense of inherent stability, and we also flattened out the flow pattern in the forefoot just to give you a little more ground contact and a little more confidence at push-off. Across the upper, we're updating it to a full flatten it upper. So the great thing about flatten it, you can really map it out zonally. So we want to add a lot of structure and a lot of lockdown to the heel and the midfoot, and then really allow a lot of breathability and expansiveness in the forefoot. So it really creates a super accommodating run that hugs the foot in all the right places. One of the really cool features you can't see, it is gender specific with the Strobel. So we did a lot of testing. We went with a little denser Strobel board for the men's and a little softer for the women's. And it just creates a little smoother ride, a little more gender specific based on body mass. So it's going to check in at 8.8 ounces and it's going to launch in fall winter 23.
Cool. And this is going to be your daily trainer, your everyday workhorse.
This is everyday fast. When you're going out there, you want to have a run, but you want to push it a little harder. This shoe just allows you to hit that sixth gear a little bit easier and a little more fluidly with that flow.
Sure. So if whether it's an easy day or a little bit of a tempo run, or if I just want to go out for 5 or 6 miles, this shoe can kind of do it all. It's versatile. It's easy to pick up the pace in. I've run in all 3 iterations of this shoe now, and I'm really excited to see what has come with this one. I'm really excited to put it on my feet and just kind of see what's going on there. I was always really impressed by the Flow foam. I always thought it was one of your more impressive foams that came out of Under Armour from a proprietary sense, so that's really exciting to see. Has there been a weight change over 2 to 3?
Yep, we did add a little weight here. We went from 8.3 ounces up to about 8.8 ounces.
Got it.
And really that comes from the Flow midsole. We just want to create a little more cushioning underfoot, and really our approach is right weight over lightweight. We can strip away the shoe as much as we can, but if you're losing that protection and that extra bounce and energy return for the runner, it kind of kills the experience. So it's really a trial and error and balance to get that really nice feel and also make the shoe just feel balanced overall between the upper and the midsole.
Sure, I definitely know that for myself included. I will definitely take a little bit more weight if I know that I'm going to get a little bit more of that plush ride and max cushion feel where I can run a little bit longer on those easy days. So,
completely.
Yeah.
Price is $150.
The price on this shoe is $150. Okay, cool. And is there any change from last year to this year?
So we actually reduced price. We went from $160 to $150. We're seeing the market go in the other direction.
Got it.
But just we're able to deliver a lot of value here, and really excited just to get it on more runners' feet.
Great. All right. Cool.
So if you're moving from the road, doing some speed work and tempo and everyday fast to the track, we have an up-down update to the Shakedown Elite that we're launching in spring summer 23. So from our track athletes to our road athletes, one of the things we want to do was really make sure we're making them faster on race day, but also protecting them more. And that's something we heard when we started to develop the Flow Velociti Elite that's going to come out in spring summer 23, was not only the sense of propulsion and moving faster during the race, but how can they put in more high-intensity threshold workouts and not feel beat up. So same thing applies to the track with the Shakedown Elite. So we took a lot of that learnings and a lot of technology from the Flow Velociti Elite into the Shakedown Elite. So we use a full-length Pebax midsole here just to give you that extra bounce and extra resiliency and that cushioning that, frankly, that's been lacking in a lot of track and field product. Sure. So that's really going to protect the runner, give you the bounce, make you feel fresher the next day. The outsole spike plate really serves as the propulsion plate as well. So it's got a 6-pin receptacle, shark skin in the heel, just to give you that little bit of extra grip and really making sure you're centered up and moving forward efficiently. So the upper here is going to be a breeze upper. So moving away from warp to breeze here was really an insight from our athletes. A lot of them are wearing it barefoot. They're looking for a really lightweight, breathable interior that's also going to drain and not absorb water. So we actually added drainage holds here for the steeplechase, and we lighten the whole system all from lighten the whole system from about 5.2 ounces down to about 4.6 ounces just with this upper change.
Wow.
So this is going to be $150, and it's going to launch in July 2023.
And if I had a shoe like this and I was racing, it would probably be for, you mentioned the steeplechase, so I'm assuming anywhere between like 3K all the way up to the 10K?
This is 1,500 to 10K range.
1,500 to 10K
although
range,
we've seen some of our athletes in Baltimore drop down and run the 800 in it.
Sure.
So that's something we're finding with these spikes and with this new technology. We just expanded the range on the shoes, so we can have a purpose and be really specific about the event, but we're seeing athletes win and succeed in different races in them, so it's really, really exciting.
Got it, and I definitely can see that. I can notice that through the airiness and just kind of the breathability of this upper, that anyone who wants to go sockless and race in this shoe is going to have that sensation that you're looking for. It definitely looks fast, it looks snappy, and and this colorway is sweet.
Yeah.
Is this the colorway that's going to come out
that's
on release?
That's going to be the launch colorway. It's also going to hook up to our Pro kits as well, so an awesome head-to stow story really stands out on the track.
So you're telling me that this is what the Pro kits are going to look like coming forward in this colorway. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Nice. And any races, any of the athletes knowing about right now?
Just in fact, we're going to have a big race season in fall winter 23. But also here in Austin, Texas, some of our athletes are going to run the cross-country race tonight in this spike.
In this spike, okay.
That's something we're seeing too, is athletes go from the track to cross-country in a lot of these spikes, depending on the conditions in the course.
Got it. All right, well, that's awesome, and it's really exciting to see that we've got another track spike coming into the line, and I mean, this was great. Thanks for talking, Doug.
Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.